Okay, so ng-serve to compile the whole project. It takes a minute. Let me find my files here. So today we're working on the widget list HTML and the widget list TypeScript. So let me firstly import those class we usually use, like the widget service and the widget model. So import widget service. The widget service basically contains the data of the widget and also some functions to communicate with data. So we always want to import this class when we're trying to to do the component. It will connect it to its corresponding service. Yeah, of course. Okay, and right now we are in the widget list folder. We are going to go to the services folder and looking for the widget service client TS. So it will be // and go to the widget folder, and // again go to the component folder, and then another // we are in the app folder, and I can go to the services folder, and looking for the file called widget.service.client. And the next one is the model widget. It contains the structure of my widget. It knows how a widget should be like what kind of properties inside a widget. A widget maybe have an ID, have a page ID, maybe have a text, have a URL. It knows how is a object looks like for a widget. Model folder, and this one here, widget model. Okay, and let's see, the compile is finished. Let's go to the local host 4200, logging as CCU website. Which one should I think it's this one, yeah. 3, 2, 1. I think it's this page have some example inside it. Let me take a look. My widget service, yeah. The page ID is 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this one. So right now it's showing just some I'll manually put those H1, H2, and some image and a video here. We're not going to use them. We're going to to grab the data from our widget service and display those data on this page. So we're not going to use those images or the headings we created by ourselves. We're going to grab the data from the data service, from the widget service, and display those data. This is basically what this page is trying to do. So remember, we have a function in our widget service. It's called find widgets by page ID. Right? We already know we are on the page. Well, this page is the ID is 3 to 1. So we're going to use that page ID to looking for all the widgets I have, looking for the subsets of the widgets, seeing how many widgets I have here, and then we're going to display them one by one. And similar to the page list and the website list, we're going to use the ng4 here. For every widget I have in the list, I want to display it. And because there is some difference between the widget and the website, and also between widgets and pages. The widgets have different type, right? The widgets has a heading, has a YouTube, and have other types. it's a little bit different from the website. The website, like every website should have the same field, and every page should have the same field. But the widgets are different. Like widgets may have some URL, may have some text, may have some name, and for the heading it has size. So we're going to using another switch here. So we're combining the ng4 and the ng switch. For every widget in the list, we need to take a look. If this is a heading widget, how should we display it? If this is an image widget, how should we display it? And if this is like other widget, how should we display it? Depends on different cases, we should display the different things. I'll show you how to do this. So firstly, let's grabbing those datas. Right, mostly we are going to be in the ng init. For the ng init, we are going to initialize the data for the current widget. So we also need to import the activity route. Activity route allows us to parse our URL, to getting the IDs inside our URL. So import activated route from Angular router. All right, and in the constructor, I need to create an instance of them so I can use them. Private widget service, and come on, separate them. Private activated, sorry, it should be lowercase, activated route. This is just a name for it, and then telling the type script what the type of this object is. It's activated route type. All right. Let me change the wrap so you can see what is hiding there. Wrap. Oops. Should be in the view wrap or wrap. Yeah. And so we're definitely going to know to getting those IDs. So I will do a subscribe here. This the this the activity route. The params, the subscribe, and doing arrow function. Arrow function, as we said, is just like a normal function, but it's just to use the arrow replacing the function key here, and they have some advantage, like it can keep, like when you see this, it still refers to this whole class, not it refers to the parent function. Params. This function takes params as an input, like that. That's kind of like a parameter for this function, but we can remove the parentheses for that. It still understand this is the parameter of this function. That's the UID params. UID, get the UID part. We need the user ID. I need to create a variable, store those data. UID is a string. WID is for the website ID, so it's another string. And we have the PID, that's for the page ID. And also we have the widget. We don't have the widget's ID here, right? If you take a look at the URL, we only care about the user ID, website ID, and the page ID. There's not going to be a UID, a widget ID here. Only the widget edit page have the widget ID. So we have a widget. It's widgets. A list of widgets going to display in this page, right? The widget is going to be the place where we store all the widgets displaying in this page. So it's a list of widgets. A widget. This is how to do that. A list of widgets. It refers to a list of widgets. This website ID is equal to params WID part. this the PID is equal to params the PID part of the URL. Okay, we're getting the 3 IDs. And this the widgets. We're going to give a value to it. It will be this the widget service dot find widgets by page ID. We're looking for all the pages, all the widgets inside the current page. The page ID is this the PID. So it's basically in the same line, but mine just trying to make it bigger so you see it in a different line, but actually it's in the same line. So both of them are in the line 25. Okay, right now I think we have enough data for that. Let me test it. Console.log. There's the widgets. It's supposed to give me all the widgets I need for this page. F12. Yeah, I have array of 7. I have 7 widgets on this page. Basically, all the example I give you should display on this page because all of them have the same page ID. It's 321. So it's basically have a heading image, HTML, heading YouTube, and HTML. We are going to ignore the HTML for now. Only display the heading image and YouTube. So let's changing our HTML code right now. So go to top side. Remember to change those fake UID into the real ones, grabbing from our TS file, grabbing from our TypeScript file. When we use double bracket, it's just grabbing this WID and this UID from our TypeScript file in our component. Yeah, just changing everything with a column into the double brackets. There isn't going to be any function in this page. We don't have update, we don't have remove, and everything will be just just a router link. So you don't have to do anything about view child. View child only matters when you try to use a form. Okay, this is my first button. Let me remove the rest of the widgets. I just want to remove those. Okay, so right now I only have one widget. It's a heading widget. It has 2 buttons. One is a cog button. Another one is the bars. The bars we can just ignore that. Don't have to change anything for that. And in the footer, you don't have to change anything for the publish and the preview, but for the user icon, don't forget to change that. Okay, so if I refresh the page for now, I should only have a hello there. Yeah, and this button should link correctly to the corresponding page. This one is not working. Yeah, it doesn't have a UI widget ID here. So let's working on it. So here, remember, we already have a list of widgets, and inside the list of widgets, we have 7 widgets inside it, right? Like heading widgets, image widgets. We are going to display them one by one, and for each of them, we need to use a switch case to check if it's a heading widget or if it's a YouTube widgets. We're going to display them differently. The icon is the same, like it always have a cog icon and a bar icon, but it's just because they have a different property. They have different property inside it. For heading widget, it has size and text. For image widget, it has a width and a URL. We're going to display them differently. So in here, this is my heading widgets. Let me comment it out. So in here I have a container. The container should contain all my widgets inside it. So let's do ng4 here. Let me think, should I do it here or inside it? Let me take a look about my website. I think it's better to do it inside. Website list. Yeah, inside the container in the li. Yeah. So basically, I'll create a div here. As for my widget, ng4. So let widget of widgets. That means for everything we have in my widgets. Remember, this widgets refers to this dot widgets. This dot widgets is basically contains all my data here. Right? Like this dot widgets have all 7 widgets inside it. It's an array of 7 widgets, and this is kind of like a for each loop. For each widget inside of the widgets array, we want to show something, right? We want to show every widgets. We want to show, basically, we're definitely going to show the 2 icons. The 2 icons code is here, right? That's for the 2 icons. So first of all, we're definitely going to show the 2 icons. Like for no matter what widget it is, we're going to show the cog icon and the bar icon. So we just paste the code inside the ng4 here. So if I refresh it now, it's supposed to give me a lot of cog icon and the bar icon. Actually, there's only one. Maybe they just overlap each other. Let's keep working. But remember, like we have something absolute, like about absolute position. That means all those just overlap each other. This here shouldn't be. Where is the button? Here it shouldn't be a widget ID. Remember, we don't have a widget ID here. So instead, we are going to using the. Remember, this is a widget. It has an ID part. I can just say widget ID, right? Like for every widget in this widgets, we can just call the attribute of the single widget. I can looking for its ID. I can looking for its name. I can looking for its URL or its size. Okay. So that part is for the icons. Let me just add some comment here. Cog icons for each widget, and after that I'll show the content of widgets. So still in the for loop, still in the for each loop, for each widget we're going to have an ng switch case here. To switch depends on the widget type. Remember, like for each widget, we can grab its type here to check if it's a heading, image, or a YouTube. So here I have a div. It's using the ng switch. Is equals to widget, the widget type. To switch depends on the widget type. And remember, like if you take a look at our requirement, they have like an example for you to how should you create this ng switch in the widget list. It depends on, it's basically going to have a different types here. Like first one is for the heading type, and second one for the image type, and third one for the YouTube type. It's going to display the different things, depends on the widget types. And ng switch case. When this one is equal to heading, we'll display something. And let's copy this one, ng switch case. When this equal to image, Oh yeah, you're right. Here, it's equal to YouTube, right? It's when equal to different things. We're going to display the different things. Okay, display the different div here. All right, let's firstly try to see if they're working. H1 here. This is displaying heading, and have another H1 is image. Have another H1. This is YouTube. See if that works. It's not giving me an error. Let's see. Unexpected closing tag div. It may happen when it has. Okay, I think I'm missing closing something. Take a look. This is my container. Inside container, I have a. Yeah, I think I'm missing one div. This is for the icons, and I have my switch case here. Yeah, I'm missing one closing div here. Oops, why it looks like I have missing space here. Maybe I didn't miss it. This one close that. This one close this. This one close that. This one close ng switch case. And this one supposed to close ng4, and have another one close the container. Should be great. Should be good right now. And just missing a space there. All right. It's not displaying anything. What's wrong with this?
Do you have any selected?
Which?
It won't go in the switch case unless it's selected.
We selected the widget type, yeah. And checking if that equals to heading, image, or YouTube.
What's the widget type? If it's not defined, it won't show up.
We defined the widget, so the widget should have the widget type field, right? We define the widget, like each widget is an item inside the widgets. I'm definitely missing something. Let me take a second. ng switch case.
Yeah, for the heading, you need to put quotation within
quotation for. Oh yeah, you're right. For the quotation for that, I forget it again. Because that's when the widget type equal to a heading string, when widget type equal to an image string. That's telling it. Yeah, what this thing is right now. Heading image, heading YouTube. So if we take a look about the data we have in our here, we have a heading image, heading YouTube. Ignore the HTML for now. We're not doing anything for it. Heading image, heading YouTube. Yeah, it's the same order. Heading image, heading YouTube. So right now we are going to now, instead of just displaying those simple H1 here, we're going to display the real data here. It will need some thinking here. So firstly, for the heading, remember the heading have a different. The heading it's easy. It has a text and it have a size. So when the size is changing, we should display the different heading here. Like if a heading size equal to 1, we're basically using H1. When size equal to 2, we're using H2. When size equal to 3, we're using H3. How can we do it? How can we like switch the size, switch the H1 to H6 from when the size changes? Well, we can use another ng switch here, right? We switch based on the size. So here, like remove this H1, we can have another div. We can have another ng switch here. Switch depends on the size. This one will switch beside based on the widget size, right? So let's have some div here for different sizes. Let's copy them. Have have some H. This one is H1. This one is H2. This one is H3, H4, H5, and H6. So we basically have a 6 type of size for the users, and each one will have a different NG switch case. This one is when you don't have to have like a single quotation inside it, because one is not a string, it's a number. Remember, the size, the type of it is number, it's not string. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then for all of them, we should display the widget, the text. Let's make it looks better. Yep. Save it. Take a look. Okay, see we're displaying the different size. This one is my first heading, second one, and the third one. Right? A different size. And for the image of YouTube, we haven't made them yet. Let me check it. Size 244. Yeah. So that's size 2. That's size 4. They are the same size. This one is bigger. Okay, and we can working. That's it for the heading. And if we click this button here, it should navigate me to the widget heading, edit heading here. We haven't like fit. This one actually is already made. Like if we change this size to 6, submit, it becomes very small. Like we made the widget edit yesterday, right? So this one also works, and I can delete it. It disappear. Okay, and for the image, if I click the one for image, I guess it's this one. Yeah, it's going to the. On this one is still not. I think there's this one here. Yeah, this one is for the image edit. Have euro and width. But right now it's just display the image text here. We're going to change that. Image here. Instead of just displaying the H1. This one is easier. We don't have to use a switch here. We just basically just display the image. So display the div here. Actually, I don't need the div. I can just play the image tag here. Display the image source. Source should be equals to the widget URL, right? So it's be widget the URL. And in order for it to understand, this is not going to just be simply like a widget the URL. Like instead of to let it know, it's not like a plain text. It's just some field we want to refer to in our TypeScript file. You need to add a bracket here. Let it know like you are trying to get in some value from your TypeScript file. That's how easy it is. Just make it like that. And also we have the width, right? So it should be something about style, right? Style.width is equals to widget.width. And we just add a bracket for it to let it know like we're trying to get in some value from our TypeScript. It's just syntax. Just need to remember that. You should try instead of just when you say if you don't have the bracket here, it's just going to looking for a URL, like a widget URL. It's kind of nothing, and it's like make it understand that you're trying to get in a value from your TypeScript, from your own file. We're just adding bracket for it. So save it. See how it looks like right now. Yeah, we're displaying the image here, and I can edit the width of it, like change it to 50%. Submit. Change it to 50%. See, it's really fast. Like I don't really need to reload the page, and because we are using a single page application, it's really fast. Like I change it to 10%, hit submit, it's just really fast. Change it. The page is never loaded. Okay, and next thing I want to do is for the YouTube. Just a similar thing. Still is that. For the YouTube, it's going to be a iframe, right? We remember like how we did it in the like when we're trying to grab a YouTube video, we just go into the YouTube and click some buttons here, telling you to you can click any video here. Let me skip that. Yeah, you can go to the either go to the share to get your iframe information embedded here. Here contains the embedded URL, or you can just right click, copy the embedded code. So the code looks like something like that. So we are going to make our iframe close to that, but the width, height, and the source are coming from the coming from our own data. So here the source. Firstly, before the iframe, I'd like to use a div, and using the Bootstrap class, the embed responsive. Remember how we do that? And embedded responsive, embed responsive 16 by 9. I make it looks better, and I have iframe inside it. Inside this iframe, I'm basically going to have definitely going to have a source. Source is a URL, so it's widget the URL, and we also need the what do I have for video? Let me take a look. This one is for the YouTube video. I have the URL and the width. Okay, so URL and the width. Let's just do a style width again. Is equal to widget width. And I'll just copy those two things here. Like when you're trying to copy or embed the code, it will have something like allow full screen and the frame border, things like that. Let me copy those stuff here. So it will be, let me just type here, frame border equal to 0, and the allow full screen. Save that. Works. Go back. Let's make the image smaller. It's just too big for me to check the other things. 10%. It's not showing. It gave me an error here. Unsafe value used in resource context. And DOM sanitizing. Why is that error? Like so. In order to understand the error, you need to know what is iframe is. Iframe is basically, it's not only for video. It's basically taking the HTML. I'm trying to add in another smaller website in my page. So iframe basically is adding another smaller website in my page. And then when you do that, the browser will question you: is this site is really safe? What if this have some bug or some hackers trying to tracking your information within this website? So you have to use the browser have some predefined function to help you to check your URL, check the source is safe. You need to do that before you put your iframe into your website. So we need to use a function here to run that function on the source to make sure it's safe. So the function is called sanitizer to make it safe. So we can just put a function here like in our TypeScript file. So it's kind of like a get YouTube URL. Okay. YouTube. So basically, this one will take a URL and transfer it into we're going to check if it's safe, and after we check it, the browser won't complain saying this one may be unsafe. So we're going to basically check it here. So firstly, we'll create a variable let embed URL is equal to https just www.youtube.com and embed. This is the URL for the start part for embed the video, right? Like if you check here, every video should be started from something about www.youtube.com and embed, and with the spatial part, this part of the video, right? So every time when the user, when the user trying to put their video, they won't give you this array. They usually just right click, copy a video URL, and paste the video URL like that. When they're trying to edit their video, like in here. In here, when I click this button, it's not working because I break it. Like similar to this one, they're going to put a URL like that. But this is not an embedded URL, so we need to transfer this into an embedded URL. Will be something looks like that, and with the same. It will be we need to transfer their input URL into that. Like they will give me all this, and we need to grab the last part and transfer into this. This is a embedded URL for the video.
That's, what happens if it comes from a different site other than YouTube?
This is why we call it like a YouTube widget. Only allows the video from YouTube, not like other videos. So, like they will pass in this URL here, and we're going to grab the last part and transfer into this. And then we'll check, we'll allow the browser to check if this site is safe. We'll do two things here. First thing, transfer it from the normal URL to an embedded URL, and then check if it's safe. So here we are trying to do the first step to transfer it to the way we want. And I have another variable. It's a parsed link. I mean, we're trying to pass the URL. This URL is a URL like a user input here. User input the URL here, and we're going to split it based on the slash here. Right now we are making it into a string. String is split by those slash here, so it will contain the HTTPS part and the empty string part here, and this part here, and this part here, and the last part. Remember, like the one we want is the last part, is this part here, is this thing. So we're going to grab only the last part. The last part is the only thing we care about. So we're going to update our embedded array. Remember, the embedded array is this guy here. This one I want to plus equals to parse the URL's last part. It's going to be parse the URL.length -1. That's its last part. This one should be 1. Yeah, we're adding the last part of it to our embedded array. Right now, the embedded array is embedded URL. Embedded URL is a video embedded URL we want. We're getting the last part of the user's input, and then we added it to the embedded URL. Right now, the embedded URL is 1, refers to the embedded video. Okay, and then we need to check if that's safe. So this function is going to return this in order to run this safe, we need to import something. This one going to help us to check if this one is safe. Import. It's called a DOM sanitizer. Yeah, from Angular platform browser. Okay, this one help us to check if this one is safe or not. Otherwise, like it will complain like saying unsafe value used in the resource URL text. We need to make sure it's safe. So it's going to return this star. I need to put it into our constructor in order to use it. So private sanitizer, a type of this guy here, DOM sanitizer. Sanitizer, yeah. So let's sanitizer. Here say have a function called bypass security trust URL. That means we trust it. You don't have to. Is that this one? Sorry. Bypass security resource URL. This one. Bypass security trust resource URL. Telling him like this resource is safe. You don't have to worry about that. Embed URL. We're passing the URL inside here. Embedded URL. Yeah. Embedded URL should be D here. So let's change that. Okay. So we're basically doing two things. First thing is, transfer it into the embedded URL. Transfer video URL into embedded video URL, and then telling browser this source is safe. Okay. And here we need to call when we're giving this URL here, we need to call this function. So it's actually really easy. So it's just call this what's the name for that function? Is called get YouTube URL. Put it here, and then passing the widget URL here, like that. Remember, the function takes a URL, and which is a URL for the video, and we just pass it. Let's try it. We don't get any error here because actually I got one. It's saying something. Cannot match any route. Which one is this? Oops, too big. Make it 10%. Still not displaying the video. I still have an error here. URL segment null. Did I have some typo here? Let me try to copy the embedded code.
YouTube thing or just the embed thing? Are you going back?
Yeah, we're supposed to put the source equal to the embedded URL here, like so if I put try to put a real URL here. No, not something like that. Just copy video URL, and if I put the video URL here, is this going to work? No, still give me an error. Tossing error. It's supposed to be. Oh, everything adding on this one here. Turning here, this is a string. Still have the error. I definitely have something wrong with the function. Yeah, have something wrong with the function. URL get YouTube URL. Let me take a look. Let's try console. Let's try console log it. Console.log embed URL. See how the embed URL looks like. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Something wrong with this guys here. Hello? Are you going to display me a hello here? Hello, yeah, getting the hello here. The first step, the function is called, and let me console log something here. This part works. I'm getting this one. And here I split it. Maybe this one has some error. Console.log parsed URL. Yeah, I'm getting like a error part. YouTube and this one is this one here. Yeah. So the error maybe come from this one. Embed URL plus equals to the length minus 1. Oh, I'm supposed to do using the bracket here. Like say when we're trying to get a 0 as the first item, 1 is the second item, 3 is this is the syntax. So I'm just getting the length telling me how many items I have it, and the minus 1, right? Because we started counting from 0, so it should be like that. Okay. No more error. I'm getting the video. Yeah, I'm getting the video. Let me see if I can make it the video smaller. Where is I cannot find my cog icons for the video. This one here. Seven, 8, 9. I think it's a video. Why it's not displaying anything? Refresh it. Which one is 7, 8, 9? Widget edit 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's HTML. No, that one. That one is empty, definitely. I think that one is overlaid. Like it's behind the video. I mean definitely it's there, but maybe just behind the video. Yeah, I remember like I need to put it after the. I need to put the icon after the video. Let's have a little bit of difference here. How should we do that? Let me think about it. So the icon is hid by the video. What if I change the Z index of it? Let's try that. This guy here is absolute right, and I give it a class equal to front, SW front. Let me try to change the index of it. Let's go to my style. SW front. the index equals to 5. It's here. Okay, and I change the width to 50%. It works. Okay, just change the index. I think 2 is just enough, but just anything bigger than 1, because the default 1 is 1. Okay, so I just give an index here, the index to bring it to the front. So that's it for this page, I think. Yep. I'll just upload the video and you can start trying to play with around with it. So it's basically what we did here is we used some ng switch, and we have ng4 here, and also we only have one function to parse the embedded URL, and then checking and telling the browser this is a safe. Like we test it, we check it, this is safe. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, those are the only thing we did for this page. And tomorrow we are going to finish this choose which part, and then we're done for this assignment. Okay. So let me upload the video and the code. Here, let's stop this ng-solve here. Just keep pressing the Ctrl+C to stop it, and git end dot git commit this widget list, git push. Okay, the code should be there, and let me stop the recording.